In the previous video, I showed you how to use the blog function in PebblePad. It could be that a professor is giving you a workbook to work from, a set of templates that you're working from, and one of those templates they may be asking for is the blog function as a way of collecting reflections for their class. So I'll show you an example here from Professor Sykes' class for Civic Innovation. You see the templates that he's providing. All of his students in his class will have access to a workbook where he lists prompts. We see here's prompt number 1, and then we'll go to blogs and we see here's our blog template. We can add an existing blog if we've been working on other blogs that are applicable to this class. You can simply select them and they'll pop up just like that. But more often than not, you'll be adding a blog from scratch. This will give you the banner and a blank blog page, and starting with the banner you can customize, give it a title, type your description, which doesn't mean that your first post goes in here, but this is simply a title for your blog. So we'll call this the Civic Innovation blog, and then we'll add to the blog. If you saw the previous video, I just go over quickly what the template function is and adding an existing asset. But by far the most common one is adding a post. So reference those, the previous video if you want to learn more about these two functions, but again the most common is simply adding a post, place to put a title, something clear, a clear identifier for your instructor, so when they go back through they know exactly which one they're reading for, and then is where you can post, mess with the font. You can link additional PebblePad assets that you've already uploaded or are going to upload, or you can link out to other websites, just whatever useful resources that you may want to provide on your post. Remember to save it, as PebblePad doesn't have the auto save feature, but this big blue button, just hit it continuously, and you can keep it'll update for your instructor. They'll see the latest, the most recent version when they go back and grade it, and you can keep adding. Say you have weekly reflections. Each week you'll go back, you'll simply add to your post, and when you are the instructor, you go back or you pull up the student's work, you see what they've titled their blog, the Civic Innovation blog. But here's what we're here for. We want to read post 1, we want to read post 2, give grades, and give feedback for these posts. So there's not much difference between the portfolio version of the blog function and the template version of the blog function, but it's just when a student or when an instructor, prompts you to post blogs, you'll know where to click, how to add that blog, and then how to keep adding to your blog roll, to your most likely reflections that that your instructors are asking you to complete. Thank you.